Hey everyone, my name's Jonathan and this video is going to be how not to take mock tests when you do your CeMAP exam. And you're thinking, how not to take mock tests? What? You just take the exam? No, you don't. You don't do mock tests one after the other. Right, this is going to be a very, very big topic that I'm going to try and shorten down into 4 minutes. I did a video before this exact same video, it was almost 13 minutes. The video before that was 20 minutes. So I am going to try and make this as short as possible without waffling. The more mock tests you take without learning anything after it is a waste of time and a waste of that mock. Imagine it like a train ticket, right? You've got your train ticket, the guard comes and he punches a hole in it. You can't use that train ticket again because there's a hole in it. Same thing with a mock test. Not the same thing, but once you've taken that mock test, it doesn't have the same effect if you were to take it again. The questions that you remember, okay? And if you remember them, are you really learning them or are you just learning that mock test? And this is a big thing and a big debate that many people talk about. Now, a lot of people in these Facebook groups, etc., they try and get as many mock tests as they can, which is understandable. You really want to check your knowledge. And if you're doing it to check your knowledge, perfect. But if you're doing it just to try and take as many as you can, hoping that you remember enough questions to pass the exam, then you are doing it wrong. You are wasting your time. You are really, really wasting your time. If you do, taking a mock test isn't wasting your time, but doing it that way is wasting your time. Let me explain the perfect way of taking a mock test and really learning this information. So you've got your content, right? That's either your textbook or your video that you might have from another service provider. I use Paul Archer. You've got Simple Academy, eLearn, whatever, right? So whether you're doing it the hard stuff through the book and you're reading page by page, you've got a product that you are learning it through, training provider, Simple Academy, or whatever, video, Paul Archer, what I use. You absorb the content, you learn it, etc. Then you take a mock test, okay? One mock test, you don't look at them all, you just take one, you mark it, and obviously you'll see what answers you got right and what answers you got wrong. Then you make a list of the topics that you got wrong, or maybe the answers. So if it was wills and probate, then you'd write wills and probate. Then you go back to your textbook or your learning material or your video, and you restudy that again. Okay? Now, this is a great way, after doing much research on how to study something. What you do is you take that content again, and then you make a list of what you remember. This is called, when I used to teach salespeople in my old job, we used to coach them, and we never gave them the answers. We always told them to give us the answers. Here's a scenario. What do you do? Well, what else could you do? And if you were to do it a better way, what would you do that time around? Everything came from them. You coach it out of them. You want to coach this knowledge out of yourself. And that's how people learn, because it comes from their mouth, it's their thought, it's their idea, and it's not been implanted in. And because it's come from you, it's thought about, and it's cared about as well, because it's something that you've thought of. You haven't been given the answer. That's the idea of coaching. So in its basic form. So you write down what you remember from the new material that you've now learned. So here's your knowledge. Here's the result you got in your test. And you've now learned stuff, right? And you want to embed that in your brain. The best thing to do is coach it out yourself. Once you've done that and you go, right, this is what I remember, blah, 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 blah. Then go away for an hour, whatever, maybe go to work or go and have your bath or your shower ready for bed. And then what you want to do is you want to go back to your book and you want to read and make sure you've written down everything. You've not missed anything from what you remembered. If there was something you've missed, get a red pen and write the stuff that you've missed. Fill them gaps. This is stuff that you can't recall, right? The red pen is what you couldn't remember after reading the book a second time, okay? Now, study the red pen, because that's obviously what you couldn't remember. Then take the second brand new mock test. And the reason why you want to take it then is because you gained knowledge, as I've shown you before. Here's you were at the eyebrow level, you're now at this crease here, this old crease that I probably got when I was 25. So you are now higher. Therefore, naturally, you will score higher on the mock test. Now, if you would have took that mock test 1 and then took mock test 2, you're wasting that test. You've not gained any extra knowledge, so don't take the test. It makes perfect sense when it's put down this way. Now, sorry for shouting, but a lot of people are going to watch this video and be slightly disheartened. What? I have to put effort in? Yes, you have to put effort in. It's what I'm doing is saving you loads of time, loads of aggro, and loads of money, because I reset 2 exams and it cost me 300 quid to do the 2 exams. More than half of what the exam actually, the whole thing cost. So for me to pass my CeMAP, it was 855 quid, bro. Which is obviously my fault. So this is the reason for these videos. It's to speak to someone else that might be me. And these videos are something that if it was available to me, I wish I would have had it. I wish I would have had something like this available to me. So if you are finding this useful, if you are thinking, oh my God, this makes so much sense. Yeah, it's a bit long-winded, but it makes so much sense. Like the video, share it to someone who's taking mock tests and wants to find mock tests. You can have all the mock tests in the world, you can learn them answers, but if you're just learning answers, you ain't going to pass the exam. You need to know what, you really need to understand it. Really need to understand it. I am sweating and I think I might go and make a mojito. So thanks very much for watching. If this video was helpful, if this has turned a little light bulb on in your head and you're thinking, oh my God, yes. Or if you're about to start to take mock tests and you're thinking, wow, this video has actually helped me out, it's changed my perspective a little bit, then let me know. It's always good to know that I'm helping people. Or like the video, subscribe, do whatever. But I really appreciate time watching this video. I really appreciate you all subscribing, and I really hope this helps a lot of people, and I'm really sure it will, because I am giving this knowledge out from the mistakes that I made when passing the exam. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you're all doing well. Sorry I was a bit late this week on videos, so busy at work. Yeah, but more about that soon. Thank you, speak soon, bye.